Hello, Tank Slayer 710 here, and today I'm doing a review of the Tier 7 Chinese heavy tank, the IS-2. In this review, I'll be going over a brief history of the tank, as well as some gameplay, and finally I'll give my rating in the holy trinity of the tank. So, into the review. Between 1950 and 1953, Russia sent large amounts of IS-2s to the now communist China. These tanks mostly stayed in China, but were seen in rarity in Korea and Vietnam. By 1958, most IS-2s were put out of service due to the lack of spare parts and beginnings of the Type 59 project. In World of Tanks, though the main gun is modeled as an 85mm, it's really an 122mm gun that can cause a lot of damage to tanks it hits. It can also do more frontline work. It also can do more frontline work as it has better armor than its Russian counterpart, though a worse aiming time. So, I'm on desert stands in my IS-2, and though I'm not the top of the tier, and I don't obviously do the best in this match, this will still show you mostly of what the thing is capable of. So, I give attention to Sector 6 at the beginning of the match, and so hopefully our team will go through the city, and not into the desert, as that would be unfortunate. So, our heavy tanks decide to head into the city, led by our AMX M445, as he's probably the fastest heavy tank. And I'm kind of looking over the enemy's team, and I'm hoping that I don't run it straight into the IS-3 Defender. Though this tank does excel at closer range because of its 85mm gun, it really doesn't have that amazing penetration. So, the IS-3 begins to take B, and our tanks try to stop to take pot shots at it, though I kind of rammed the M445 out of the way. Our VK-45.2A also begins moving forward, and hopefully we can catch some of their flanks as it tries to make its way over the rail line. So this gun's kind of a troll gun. Sometimes you take pretty well aimed shots that should have hit, and they go freaking nowhere. And sometimes you're on the move and you fire and it hits. So it's like a very 0 or a 100 thing with this gun. So I'm spotted, but luckily I don't seem to be in the direct line of any fire from anyone, though our flank is beginning to fall apart. A VK-45 opens fire, and I try to get a shot into the Comet, but the VK stays there until the Comet decides to fall back. I think about risking a shot at his tracks, but not really, so I decided to leave my gun there, but I decided to move up a little bit. We lose our Borsig, unfortunately, but I'm trying to aim a shot at the Comet, and the Comet gets tracked. So hopefully, aim, and it goes freaking nowhere. I don't even know where that shell went, but it didn't hit. It was a fully aimed shot right there. My teammates put some more damage in, and I'm hoping maybe, for some random reason, he won't be able to get his track back up, and I'll be able to knock him out. But his track does get back up, and just before I reload, he falls back behind the railroad cars. So currently we're losing 1-2, and I have done a successful 0 damage. But I noticed that there's a lot of low health people out beyond the rail line, so I decided to chance my luck and see if I can go head out beyond the rail line, maybe knock the Tiger 1 out or something. So I turn the corner, and bang! On the move shot, Tiger 1 knocked out. I spot the Comet up at the top, but luckily he doesn't seem to do that much to me. And then I run to the Tiger 2. So I'm sort of thinking my chances, well, I could try to get a shot into the Comet, but this Tiger 2 is going to wreck me if he can. I don't know what gun he has yet. The Comet gets knocked out by our AMX AC-48, and I decide, you know what, screw it, I'm going to rush this fool in the Tiger 2, because I have a higher alpha damage than him. So, see, that shouldn't have hit, given some other shots that should have hit, but it hit. So it's a very weird troll Chinese 85, but not really millimeter gun. So I decided to try to time my reloads, and he does not seem to have the 152mm gun, and also he's lost a lot of health, so there's no need. I bounced a shot from the T-44 off my back. I said, you know what, I'm going to keep myself lower on the ridgeline so the T-44 can't put shots into me. The Tiger 2 is now 1 shot, and I kind of want to finish him off before the T-44 comes around and is able to assist. So for safety, I load a heat shell, aim, and bang. Doesn't pen for some reason. T-43 turns the corner and successfully knocks him out. Probably with gold ammo, but I'm not sure. Now the only tank left is the T-44. This game was kind of a wrap after our forces moved in. Our I-3 decides to begin capping for some reason, and I decide, you know, let's go try to hunt this T-44 down. Either he went around to the town and is trying to stop the cap, or he went straight into the desert, which seems like a slightly more likely option to me. So I continue to move forward, and I still haven't really spotted him just yet. But I get spotted. I had gotten spotted a little while ago, so we run into the T-44, and I said, you know what, let's go engage. I have backup, even though one of them is deciding to go cap. It's AMX M445, and me should probably be more than enough to knock this T-54 out. T-44, my bad, sorry. So I get a shot, but he's hauled down, and the chance of me penning is really low. So and he gets a shot straight into me and damages my fuel tank for some reason. So I said, you know, I'm going to leave him to the M445 and try to get shots in when I can. But as I'm hoping he's not focusing me, as I can kind of see his the back thing on the back of his turret showing his turret was pointed not towards me. Felt like I can move in a little bit. Our M445 tries to aim to get a shot in, but it doesn't really work out. And bang. That shouldn't have hit compared to some other shots, and his shot really shouldn't have bounced. But I'm not dead. And I got a shot in, so I'm not complaining. Alright, T-43 decides to YOLO rush him and rams him, which was really a dumb decision. And I decided, you know what, boom. Low roll, but he's not knocked out, but our M445 should be able to take care of him. But our M445 misses his first shot, and we're about to cap out. So I don't know which is going to happen first, us capping out or us killing his T-44. And I got my answer. We killed the T-44 first, and we didn't cap out, though we got pretty close. And that was a pretty good round. It's a pretty average round, actually. So, the results from that battle, I got one mission done, 1,588 XP, and 50,000 credits, even though that was mainly because of a mission. I didn't do the best on the team, but I didn't do the worst on the team. So, now to the conclusion. So, in the conclusion, first I'm going to go over how this fares in the Holy Trinity of tanks. For speed, I give it a 6 out of 10, because though it's not the slowest heavy tank, it's most definitely not the fastest, and its speed doesn't really compensate for the armor, which I give a 5 out of 10, which is slightly sloped at the front, but there are enough weak points that most tanks can pretty easily slice through its armor. I would not recommend this for fully frontline duties, but because its gun, which I gave a 7 out of 10, is only very good at close range, as it has a high alpha but really trash aiming time, which is really a troll gun. You kind of have to say very close second line. So in conclusion, this is a pretty good tank, though it's definitely not frontline. You also can't snipe. So you have to stay sort of in between that, like a second line tank. You have to try to get your allies to draw shots for you, and try to still stay in close enough range that your bad gun aiming time won't really throw you off. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.